Good to see you. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. So I just wanted to have a quick chat to you. Now, I've just come back from overseas. I arrived yesterday.
Where were you?
I was in Europe. I was on a cruise.
Oh my gosh, how was it? Was it fun?
It was. It was awesome. We got to go to Italy and the Greek islands and Malta. So I really...
You just lived my dream. I literally I have not been to either of those, or all three of those. I wanted to go to all.
Oh, well, I had an awesome time, and I could do that because I had my business all profitable and working for itself.
Good for you. You know, I'm hearing this over and over from PFPs. I was out with Tracy for lunch yesterday. She bought her first house. And she's like, I don't know if I ever will be able to. And she did because of this.
That's right.
Yeah.
And this is the second year in a row, because last year was 10 years in business, and I did 2 weeks overseas.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to ask you questions now. You have a team, right?
That's right.
What's their impression of you leaving on vacation, do you think?
Well, I've been putting the message out to them that I'm coaching them to do the same.
Nice. And it's true.
And it's true, yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm being very open about how I'm setting up my processes, and they are all contractors. One's an employee, but she actually has her own business as well.
Nice.
But the others are contractors. So as I am teaching, and I've told them that I want them to have staff and I want them to take holidays. So,
good. And you're also, I think, empowering them. You're showing them trust that you can leave the business in their trusted hands and they can step into what they want to do most or what they're best at, right?
That's right. And it's also giving them ideas, because when I was networking, I noticed a lot of business owners don't take holidays.
I know. That's so sad. This is my guess. I would say over 50% of business owners haven't taken a holiday for maybe even 5 or 10 years.
Yes.
And the longer you don't take a holiday, you're less likely to take a holiday in the future because your business becomes so dependent on you. Did you have to break a habit? Like, were you not taking a break for a period of time?
Yeah, because I was running the business part-time, and then I slowly progressed to full-time, and so I've always just took my work with me. So that was the habit I was creating. So yes, it was a big thing to take 2 weeks, and I was getting close to 10 years long service. Well, as an employee in Australia, you get long service, you get 2 months off as an employee,
okay.
But as a business owner, we don't even think that.
No.
And getting to 9 years in business, I'm thinking, where's my long service leave?
Oh, yeah. So that's so funny. So you're instituting it now. Another question I have for you is, and I'm kind of flipping the tables here.
Yeah.
Did you, your first vacation, your first holiday, were you nervous that you were leaving the business? Were you afraid it may come back in shambles?
Well, I had your book Clockwork, and I didn't have the long time frame that you had in the book. I had like 9 months to Clockwork.
Oh, to prepare yourself. Wow. Okay. That's
so I loved the framework, and I took the little mini vacations like you're suggesting, because it was a big deal. And my staff last year, they were all employees, except one was a contractor, but the other, because I have 3 employees. Last year I had 3 employees, 2 were full-time and 1 was a contractor. And this year I have 3 part-time people, 2 are contractors and 1's an employee. So when I did it the first time around, it was a big deal, and I put all the processes in place, and I took the mini vacations and tested. However, as the staff changed and the business changed from coming back from overseas, and then decided to go again this year, I had a lot of the processes in place, so
yes.
It was different. But yeah, it was scary to work out what to do to take that holiday.
I believe it. My first holiday at Clockwork was 7 or 8 years ago. I went to Perth. And part of the reason I picked Perth was it was an exact 12-hour time difference from New York City. And it's like, if it's a 12-hour time difference, when it's 8 in the morning here, it's 8 at night there. I can't talk to people. And when it's 8 at night here, I'm going to bed and they're starting the workday. I'm like, this is perfect. Well, I came down here. Have you ever been to Perth?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you know Miss Maud's? Do you remember that restaurant? It's a famous...
Yes.
They have a smorgasbord there.
Yes.
I think it's retired now, but I went to Miss Maud's, and I remember this was like 3 or 4 days after leaving the business, and I was shaking going, I don't know if my business is gone. I can't communicate with anyone. This was the worst idea. And I started eating my smorgasbord, and I'm like, I looked at the restaurant towards the patrons there, and no one was panicking. I'm like, oh, they're all living their own lives. Why am I in this panic? It's unnecessary. Like, they're living the definition of what I want. They were enjoying the food in the moment, touring Perth, and so I just leaned into it. Well, I came back to my office. I went for 2 weeks, similar to you. I came back and I said, on a 1 to 10 scale, how badly do you need me back at work? Like, 1 is the building's burning down, stop talking, start working. 10, you can go back on vacation tomorrow. And they gave me like a 9.9. They basically said, we like you enough that we'd love to have you around, but we feel so empowered. We've done things that we never have done before. And I didn't realize how much interference I was inserting into the business by swooping in and trying to fix something or do something. And it became this big realization that, at least for my team, and I suspect your team too, is I think sometimes we restrict or prohibit some of their abilities, just not intentionally, just for doing our routine. So I'm proud of you.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
And do you have the next one planned for next year?
I'm actually in the process of planning it now, so I've been asking for ideas for a holiday destination, but I will do it. I actually made that realization before I left. I'm going to do it again next year.
Good.
And that was a bit of a like a thought as well. It was like, oh, I can do this again.
Good. Good. My vote's for Ireland. Have you been to Ireland?
No, but I would love to.
I love it. I love it. So let's talk a little bit about Profit First, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just why don't you tell me how it's going in your business? Tell me about the folks that you're coaching and teaching, how they're going with it.
So I've been putting Profit First into businesses for a few years now, and I've had a couple of businesses where I've come back to them. So I've done it, I've left them, and now they're going through another phase, and so I sort of come back to go, okay, what's the new plan, what we need to do? Because when you do Profit First, I like to teach. I'm a teacher, so I coach.
Good.
So I like to set it up and let them go with it,
Okay.
and just come in for the course corrections.
Yes. So what's the typical course corrections that you need to make?
So typically, so I let them do their quarterly adjustments, and I sort of come in like at 12 months' time and go, how did the year go?
Good.
And what's the plan for next year?
Good.
And help them to adjust and give them permission to adjust, because a lot of the times too they go, okay, but this is what we're doing, we're following the process. It's like, okay, we're going to tweak it a little bit more because you've got new goals and this is where we're going.
You know, they say the best therapists are ones who guide you with the intention of never working with you again.
Yeah.
And not the worst therapists, but some therapists guide you so you're dependent upon them. You're the best therapist. This is the PFP you want to hire right here.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
So when you course correct them, what are some of the common adjustments? Is it profit percentages? Is it cutting expenses?
It is percentages because often they're putting in more staff.
Okay.
So then they're changing what they want to do, and also they're I work with manufacturing companies as well. So then they're wanting to buy more stock or change equipment. So we're starting to talk about, okay, we need to plan ahead for that as well.
Yeah.
Or another thing is supplier finance. So they're bringing in stock. They need the supplier finance to manage the timing. So we need a system in place so that way it's replaced and then yeah.
That's brilliant, Christine. So do you set special accounts within Profit First?
Well, we use some of the ones that are already there.
Okay.
But we add, yes, we do actually add.
Oh, what would you typically add for a manufacturer?
I actually have a mats and subs hold.
Oh, brilliant. This is so smart. Tell me about this. What's that do?
So this is for the supplier finance, because the supplier finance is paying for the goods that are being brought in to be manufactured. So we need like a stocking account, so that's like the materials account. But because we've got supplier finance, we're getting the finance in, but then we've got to pay it back, and we want to pay back on time so we're not getting extra interest and things. So we have, so when the supplier finance comes in, it comes into supplier, so the mats and subs hold, and then we choose how much goes into the mats and subs account, so we can start to reduce the supplier finance, because at first you need a lot, and then then each time you do your supplier finance, you want to do less each time, because you don't want to be dependent on it, you want it to self-create. So that's where the mats and subs hold is, so that way it can be managed. And obviously you've got your cycles.
There's volatility.
Yeah, so you can't. So sometimes you do have to get more for supplier finance, but it's managing the cash flow, so that way it's not all in mats and subs, and then it all gets spent, and
Yes.
then you can't pay it back in time. So you usually get about a 3-month period with Supplier Finance. So you've got the 3 months to put it back.
Yeah.
However, if you get Supplier Finance each month, then you've got to manage it, and I find the mats and subs hold works really well for that.
If you are a manufacturer, you just found the expert. And if that stuff was going over your head, that's okay. That's why you hired the expert. I love that you've taken the Profit First system and enhanced it specifically for manufacturers. I would have actually never thought of that. That's a brilliant cushion, effectively, for
Yeah.
managing finances. Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
But you're the inspiration, so thank you for putting this framework in place.
Thank you. I consider myself a guy who wrote a recipe, but I consider you the cook. Like, it's way harder to prepare the meal than it is to say, this is how you do it. Any last things you want to talk about before we go wrap up?
Well, actually, we've covered pretty much everything we have. I did want to talk about your new book because it's the next step on Profit First, the money habit. So, what do you have to sort of share any tips on that?
So the quick insight is this, is that the money habit is an extension of Profit First into the personal finances. And what I found is that the manufacturer, the business owner who maybe is doing great in business, but their home is a lifestyle that's excessive, the business will be leached onto and they'll take the business down. Or vice versa. You could have great savings at home, but the business struggles, it pulls from your home. You need to nail both. So Profit First professionals like yourself are now certified in the money habit. We just are in the process of releasing it. Katie's setting everyone up. But it is effectively Profit First translated to home finances.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Thank you. All right.
Okay,
I think we're done. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate talking with you.
Likewise.